50 Cent spent his endorsement on 45th. Am I missing something? Am I missing something? You know what time it is.
Everybody's a motherfucking boss. This shit is a joke.
If you wanna be a boss, then you have to pay the cost.
Niggas talking about big bosses. You ain't even a man.
If you wanna be a boss, then you have to pay the cost. If you wanna be a boss, then you have to pay the cost. I hear you wanna be a boss. This is
Good evening, and welcome to the latest edition of Boss Angeles, the show that offers real talk for real adults and the latest on contemporary hip-hop news, culture, and entertainment. I'm your host, Curtis Flo, coming to you live from Los Angeles, California, that is. And on today's show, we'll be discussing 50 Cent spent his endorsement on 45th. Tory Lanez claims it was all a setup. And last but not least, Kanye West leads early voting polls in Kentucky. Huh? All that and more on today's episode of Boss Angeles. But first, we begin with
paparazzi.
What's good, Hollywood? Did you see it? Come on, tell me you saw it. You saw it, right? You saw it. The Dodgers. Hollywood sports, we are back. Yes, we are. We are back. They're back. I predicted the Dodgers would take game one, and they took game one. Shout out again to Mookie Betts for just, man, he's been on fire. Cody Bellinger, shout out to Cody Bellinger in the fourth, a 2-run home run, pow, put us up 2-0, and we didn't look back after that. Just beautiful. And it was just Tampa Bay doesn't look like they have the firepower, because I believe it was in the 6th inning. The bats from the Dodgers went nuts. I mean, they were hitting everything. 3 men on base, 2 men on base, 2 runs scored. 1 run. I mean, just smoking. And Kershaw, I think, lasted all the way up until the 6th or 7th inning. He pitched an excellent game. It looks wonderful right now. We don't want to get our hopes up, Hollywood. Let's calm down, okay? Let's all calm down. Woosah. Let's calm down. Okay. 3 more games, and we will be World Series champions, people. Let's just take it easy. It's going to happen. I've already predicted they're going to take game 1. They're going to take game 2. They may drop game 3, but in 4 and 5, it's a wrap. And the Dodgers will have their first championship since 1988. This is going to be amazing, people. This is going to be one of those moments here in Hollywood where I think I'm going to keep my Dodger hat on all year. I might just do that because it's very superstitious right now. I started the channel Boss Angeles, and I'm repping, adult contemporary hip hop and music and media in this 2020, and this has turned out to be a magnificent year for us with our Hollywood sports team. So the Dodgers, I don't want to jinx them. I think there's another game tonight. Boys, take care of business. You have been taking care of business, or I'm just going to leave it to you. I think you guys know exactly what you're doing, but I am overexcited about my Los Angeles Dodgers right now. Man, they've been playing. I don't know what happened, but I think the momentum carried over from when they were in the Atlanta Braves series, because is it just me, but it seems like the Braves were a much tougher team than Tampa Bay. So some people are saying, sweet, I don't like speaking that stuff, because when you start speaking that stuff, if it doesn't happen, you look retarded. Okay? So, in Hollywood sports, we just got to give a round of applause to our Dodgers. They're playing magnificent. They came from a 3-1 deficit to actually get into the World Series. Now they're here. They're up 1 game, and this is getting real exciting. This is getting very exciting. So, on that note,
Paparazzi.
Shit, don't you know the difference when you listening to a prophet? Oracle prescribed shit, California vibe shit. Fire up the swisher, take a listen while you drive shit. Parallel park.
so 50 Cent endorses 45th for the presidential election of 2020. Let's give 50 a round of applause, man. I am so proud of brothers right now. Brothers are stepping out there, bro. It's really interesting when you start dealing with these politics of our culture and our community, because it appears that more than 85% of our female demographic is going to vote Democratic, but it appears that about 25 to 30% of our male demographic is going to vote Republican or conservative, which is interesting to me, because what it says to me, which is why I'm so excited and I'm so proud, it says to me that the brothers are waking up. That's exactly what it says to me. You know, there used to be a time when we would blindly just follow along like the rest of them, but no, not now. This is real. This introduction, this 50 Cent. So 50 Cent endorses 45th for the President of the United States in election 2020. Now, I think this is interesting because he put himself out there. He's just like, I'm voting for Trump. Let's give that man a round of applause. And 50 Cent's main reason for voting is he says taxes, which makes a ton of sense if you are going to actually vote on the issues. That's a huge issue, because you're talking about money. That's someone's money. So 50 Cent is basically coming out and saying, hey man, my money's good with Trump. I'm sticking with Trump. And that's awesome. That's awesome, because we're in an era, especially with this 2020 election, it's actually revealing some things that I never thought I would actually see. It's actually revealing the brothers who have broken away from the plantation. Yeah, man. Brothers got away from the pennant. No, there's still a few brothers and sisters, like a lot of sisters are still on the plantation. But there's a lot of brothers. There's a lot of us who have broke free from the plantation. And what you can see during this 2020 cycle is that they need us. They don't want to act like they need us. They don't want to tell us they need us, but they need us. They need our vote. Hey, don't let them fool you. They need our vote so that they can actually be on par with the Republicans. They need us. They never told us they need us. Have they ever told you they needed you? I've never heard them say, we of this party would really love to have your vote. What can we do for you? No, never. Never addressed our concerns. So, kudos to 50 Cent, because he's stepping out there, and more brothers are stepping out there. He's off the plantation, man. Just let it ride. And in this election, what we're seeing is there's a ton of brothers who are off the plantation and are turning the tide for our culture. It's absolutely wonderful. It's really interesting. It's like we're at a precipice moment for our culture. And you're either going to be on the right side of history or on the left side of history after this. So choose wisely and choose which side you want to be on. Now, the beauty about this is why I love what's going on with 50 Cent and guys like 50 Cent and Ice Cube, is they're saying, we're not voting for anybody. We're sick of this shit. And you know what? I have to agree with him, man. This is the only way we're going to get somewhere. We have to be mercenaries. Our votes have to be mercenary votes. Like, we will vote for you, but you're going to have to address these issues. And I've never seen this before in our culture, and I've never seen this in America. And brothers are stepping up to the plate. So let's give one more round of applause for 50 Cent and all of the brothers who are freaking stepping up in this era. This is a very critical era we're in. So that's about all, folks. So Tory Lanez claims it was all a setup. I told you somebody was lying. Man, dude, I told you guys somebody lying. Somebody lying here. And if you go back and check a couple episodes, I did touch on this story. And all I've been saying, guys, all I've been saying is when you've been shot, you know what a bullet wound looks like, you know what a bullet wound feels like, and you know what the fragments feel like, okay? And you know what? It has a look to it, okay? I'll just put it that way. So, apparently, Tory Lanez is sick of this shit. He's sick of it. He's sick of Rock Nation telling him, shh, be quiet. He's sick of lawyers saying, shh, don't say nothing. So he's starting to think it's all a big setup. So what does he do? Now remember, guys, actions speak louder than words. And when you can get to the point in life when you can read people's actions versus listening to what they're saying, you'll be in a much better position to judge them and to make an assessment. Let's just put it that way. So I've been saying to you guys this whole time I've been covering this story, something's not quite right. And Tory Lanez jumps on IG. It's about 2 hours. This man had like 200,000 people on his live. You know what that means, right? This dude, man, brothers are stepping up in 2020. Do you guys understand what this means? This means moving forward, he's given us the blueprint. So when you're charged or anything is brought against you moving forward in the future, and you're judged in the court of public opinion, Tory Lanez has just opened the door wide open for you to defend yourself while in the court of public opinion. You see, by having 200,000 people on his live, it doesn't matter if 200,000 people believe him or not believe him. What matters is 200,000 people heard his side of the story directly from his mouth. So they can take that information and now they can put it up against her information and what she's saying and what she's accusing and charging him of. And here we are. Man, I'm so proud of the brother. I am. Because his actions to me, I don't give a shit what anyone else says. He's acting like an innocent man. And furthermore, he's acting like a man who cares still. Like, he cares still about her. You can hear it very clearly while he was in the live. He was in the live and he's like, don't go in on her. Man, you're a better man than I am. You're a better man than that. I'd be like, I don't care what you guys say about her. I don't care. Like, she's trying to put me on blast. She's trying to destroy my life. She's trying to end me. So I don't care if you guys end her. That's a whole different ballgame. But he's very sympathetic to her. Listening to him on the live, he really relates to her because she lost both of her parents recently, and he's lost his mother. So that connection, I can understand. Losing a parent is a terrible thing, and when it happens to you, you do need people who are like-minded and have kind of been through the same thing to help you get through it. So I can see that connection there. But however, when she jumped out the window and started accusing you of shooting her, it's on now. So here we are. He hasn't said anything for 3 months. And what have I been saying to you guys? Tory's awfully quiet. Be careful of the quiet ones. They have a plan. They have a plan. They're quiet. Be careful of the quiet ones. This boy has been quiet for 3 months. The entire time this entire story has been out there floating around. So he says he has receipts. He was contacted by Rock Nation and they're telling him, don't say anything. Da 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 da. So why would they be saying that? Now, I'm not going to jump into his conspiracy theory quite yet, but it has some legs. He has some points here. He has some very valid points. And let me just tell you guys, there's a lot of people out there that's going to owe Tory Lanez an apology. A lot of people are going to owe this man an apology, because if what I think is happening it actually occurs, and he gets off on this and he beats it, Meg's career will be over. There's no coming back from it. When people find, so let's just say hypothetically, let's just say she cut herself on a bunch of glass, and then tried to accuse him of shooting her with a bunch of glass in her foot, knowing that it was a glass injury, not a bullet wound injury, and you jump out the window and you do that. So she did that. She jumped out the window. So once you jump out the window, everyone's allowed to analyze your comments, your statements, and your actions. And when he went live on his IG, she's been doing this pandering thing to a certain type of woman. She's been pandering to them lately, trying to get support and making this into a social issue instead of a individual domestic issue. Stop it, Meg. Anyway, I'm proud of Tory. I'm proud he stepped up. He stepped up to the plate, and he just didn't listen to anyone's advice. And forget my lawyer's advice. Forget the record label's advice. I need to get this off my chest and tell my side of the story. So the truth will come to light, and I've got a funny suspicion that when this truth comes to light, it will be the end of Meg the Stallion's career. You can't jump out the window and lie like that and then expect people to rock with you or to believe in you, or So she's not guilty, he's not guilty, but this shit is out in the court of public opinion. So we keep weighing the balances. The early score, Meg jumped out like a 3-1, pop, 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 pop. Tory was quiet, so she had an early lead on him. But he's been doing since he dropped that album, and he mentioned that too on the IG Live, why he dropped the album. And all I'm saying, his actions make a lot of sense, and his actions are not the actions of a guilty person. So watch out. This is gonna get real good. Stay tuned. So Kanye West is leading the early election polls in Kentucky. Come on, really? Kanye, man, it's entertaining. I gotta give you this though, Kanye. Here in Los Angeles, we got our ballots. My girl, she sent her ballot in. I discussed with you guys. I don't give a shit about this election. I'm disgusted with both political parties in this country, and I'm just disgusted with the country and government as a whole. This is some bullshit. We all knew it was some bullshit. Now we know for sure. But I digress. Kanye, apparently, because what I was saying about it was just interesting. When you get the ballot, you open up the ballot, you see Kanye West. It's actually awesome, man. Give that stuff, give Kanye some credit, man. Kanye, you deserve it, bro. People think you're crazy. I don't think you're crazy at all. Man. I think you're just trying to do and make change, and that's that's admirable. It's very admirable, bro. There's a lot of us black entrepreneurs and people who become successful, and they never do anything and try to give back. So I appreciate you trying to give back, man. I see it. I see what you're trying to do. I get it. And apparently he was leading the polls in Kentucky. Nah, not really. No, he wasn't leading the polls. Guess there was some type of a mix-up or glitch. They were testing the system and and it actually got leaked, or it was out there that Kanye was up in the early polls in Kentucky. Now, why is this hilarious? This is hilarious for a few reasons, guys, but for me, it's because Kanye, he's a man, dog. He means what he says, and he says what he means. And it's awesome to see. I saw an interview like last year, and he was like, "No, I'm going to run for the president." And the interviewer almost laughed at him, and he's like, "No, I'm going to run for the president." He was dead ass serious. He was dead. He was dead ass serious. And here we are, 2 years later, and his name is on the damn ballot, guys. His name, mission accomplished, Kanye. I don't care if anyone votes for you or not, bruh. What you just accomplished is freaking outstanding, man. And maybe you were leading the early polls in Kentucky, and they saw it, and it was like, we can't have this. And maybe they did something. I'll put that conspiracy theory out there. But the fact that I opened up my ballot here in California, and I saw your name, bro, on the ballot, we're winning. We're winning, bro. The brothers are winning. 2020, we are winning. So I'm so excited about 2021, 2022. It appears, it does appear, Kanye included, the brothers are breaking off the plantation, man. And we're not coming back. And they don't get it. They don't get it. And then they're trying to send the women after them. No, it's not working. It's not. None of their tricks are working anymore. Because we don't care. We don't care. We know now. We know that you need our vote to help you beat the conservatives. So why would I give you my vote when you've been an ass this entire time? So, you know what? Let me walk that back a little bit. I think I might just vote for Kanye. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it, guys. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. Stay tuned.
This is Los Angeles. It's cold out here. Yeah. Only the strong persevere. If you wanna be the boss, be prepared to pay the cost. Yeah. I don't even think you understand. As if you